And we are back for another episode of the KnicksEnFuego show. The New York Knicks are 2-2 on the season. I'm your guy Hector, joined by Nikki and Skills. All you Knicks fans, get ready because the conversation is about to start. Like I said, welcome back. This is Hector, joined by Skills and Nikki, KnicksEnFuego. Ladies, how you feeling?
Good. How are you?
Good. It's Halloween Eve.
Yay,
We're about
trick
to
or
be
treat.
lit tomorrow. Hey, hey.
Big facts, big facts. Halloween Eve. What do you guys for Halloween? What we dressing up as?
A happy Nick fan, hopefully.
Yo, I love that one. That was a good one, Nikki. I love that one. Well, I'm gonna be Catwoman.
Okay.
It's out of my comfort zone, but I'm excited. Can't wait to kill.
Okay. I'm going to be Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
Oh my god.
My girl, she's going to be the fairy godmother, so we're going to fuck it up out in these streets.
You guys gotta take a picture. I want to see that.
Seriously.
Oh, definitely. I will be flooding the group chat with photos and videos of Halloween night. So we're going to be like the bar that I do social media for. So we're going to be there uptown. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. The Knicks will be playing, so it's going to be a double good time. Halloween and the Knicks.
Right.
Yes, sir. And it's a tournament game.
Is it?
Oh, these damn tournament games. Yes, it's a tournament. It's yeah. We still doing that? Yes, we're still doing that. It's a tournament. It's a tournament game.
Of this, like, what is the point of that? Like,
that's the problem. There's no direct point to it.
Are you serious?
I want to shout out my guy Jacob Petruzzi that is in the chat. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight is in the building. Salute 3 capital S's. We are live on YouTube. We are also live on Instagram. We're live on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitch as well. Click the link in the description of the video. You got all the links for wherever we're at. Shout out to Skills and Nikki as well. I missed you guys over the weekend. Yes. The Knicks, they played 2 games since the last time 3 games since the last time we spoke. They're 2-2 on the season. What's your thoughts? How are you feeling? Is the season over because Mike Brown lost 2 games in a row?
I'm gonna need everybody to chill the fuck out. Like, I get the expectations, but the season literally just started. Like, can we chill a little? Like, this team is still trying to figure themselves out. Like, this is a whole new team again. Well,
definitely
a little bit. So it's like, can we chill the fuck out a little bit? Like, damn. So let's talk out when it's like half season, and then I feel like that would be valid. But right now, it's like, can we chill?
Seriously, I retweeted a Kanye tweet. I know it's a safe one. It's a safe one. It's you can still lose and win a championship. It's 82 games. These are humans. We didn't have Deuce. Josh was just getting his mojo back. Cat, the title of the show is What's Going On with Cat, so we'll get into that more. But no, hopefully you're gonna have it's 82 game season. You're gonna have your highs and your lows. Hopefully we don't have too many of these, but hopefully it's only gonna stop at 2 and we win tomorrow.
I want to shout out the good people over there at Still Nick Fans, Ron and John. How are you fellas doing? I'm assuming this is Ron. He says, "What's good, Knicks family? Salute to Skills, Nikki, and my brother Hector. Knick fans don't know the ledge. They are jumping out the window." Absolutely. Knick fans, after starting the season 2-2, I put this in my article that I wrote. And if you guys didn't read it, make sure you guys go check out Latino Sports for all your Knicks coverage this season. I'm covering the Knicks for Latino Sports. You can check out every article. But one thing I put in that article is that last year, we started the season 5-6. Did we not? Last year, Jalen Brunson, for the first 5 or 6 games of the season, wasn't able to score more than 30 points. And so far out the gate, these last 4 games that we have played, 3 out of those 4 games, Jalen Brunson has had over 30 points. I know the end results is not what some Knicks fans may have wanted, but we're still 2-2. We were out. We no Deuce McBride, no Mitchell Robinson. Karl-Anthony Towns is battling through a grade 2 quad strain, and people keep forgetting that. Skills, Nikki, whoever wants to take it, let's get your thoughts.
I'm not gonna front. I honestly forgot about his injury.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna front. I forgot about his injury, and it's like we kind of got to give him grace because it's like we still. I mean, let's be honest. All we knew is he had that since opening night. We haven't really heard how he is until now, and for all we know, he's still probably in pain and still battling through it. And it's like, my God, we want this guy to be Superman already. Like, again, 4 games in, let's chill out, relax.
Seriously, you gotta still take your highs with your lows.
Right.
OG still looks good. Mikhail still got it. I think those two been the two consistents.
Yeah.
Mikhail and OG. So as long as we get everybody together and we don't lose them, it's still fresh. We didn't play a lot of people the last 2 games of the postseason, so of course it's gonna be shaky in the beginning. As
Right.
long as we get inconsistent now and work to that consistency, I don't mind. But again, we got some good news today, so hopefully with that good news, things will change.
Talking about Karl-Anthony Towns, right? When it comes to him scoring, I think we can all agree, the three of us, yeah, we want Karl-Anthony Towns to be more dominating from the offensive side of the game. But even with his struggles, people point out he only scored 8 points. He had only 1 basket in the first half of the game. He still led the game in rebounds. He still had 12 rebounds, which was a game high, not just a team high with the New York Knicks. It was a game high from both sides. So, yes, you can nitpick and say that Karl-Anthony Towns is supposed to be the missing piece. We got him to be the missing piece to Jalen Brunson to take us over the hump, which I agree. And I think Nikki and Skills will agree with that as well. But you're forgetting the fact that this man is battling a grade 2 quad strain. He understands that this team is without Mitchell Robinson, no Gorsan Yabusele, who has started the season a little bit sluggish, right? Which I don't. A lot of people are saying that he's out of shape, or I don't believe that. He did play in FIBA over the summer with the French national team. So yeah, I don't believe none of that. I think he probably came into preseason maybe a little bit injured, and that's translating over into the season. I don't know, but knowing that you're depleted from your bigs, he's battling through it, and that's what you want to see from your star players, battling through injuries.
100%. And not only that, with Cat though, which has been the real consistent thing about him is the defense. There's certain shots to me. If we have, at least my speculation is we have Hewing as a what is the title that we gave him? Oh my god, an ambassador on the team,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
So when you see Cat is shooting these threes, the way I look at it is the man doesn't use his lower body. When you see Cat shoot a three, parece como así. Like he's just doing this. The man don't bend his knees. And it
Yeah.
reminds me when I see him shoot that clip of Hewing from Georgetown. Do you shoot that shot? Do you practice that shot? Because to me, it's like if you do more of your body, and who knows if he was shooting like that more because of that calf strain. Maybe he triggers something whenever he actually bends. One will never know. But at the same time, I need him to play smarter. Play smarter, don't play harder. If it's bothering you that much, at least if you go into a paint, you get the foul, you get an attempt, you get something on the other team rather than launching these unnecessary shots.
Right.
Before you're a big man who shoots the three, but now with the injury and you're shooting from so far, you're gonna put yourself into a shoulder issue at this point. Better yet, the legs.
Right, because it's like you already have one injury. Can we try to avoid another injury? Like,
Right.
please don't force it. If you can't do it, you don't got it. That's fine. And to be all honest with you, if you need to sit 1 game out to just get some real rest, why not? To be honest, like I'd rather I'd rather all that happen now than it's later on the season, and it's because he was playing through this injury, and now this has to happen, and it's where it matters. And now it's like, bro, why didn't we figure this out in the beginning instead of forcing? Like, I mean, yeah, every game counts. I'm not trying to say like let's lose everything now and worry about later, but it's like again, the season just started. Can
Right.
we honestly be smart about things and not, do things that's gonna affect us later down the road where we don't have the room for injuries or mistakes to be happening later down the road.
I want to bring this graphic up real quick when it comes to Karl-Anthony Towns, because this was a question that Bart Scott and Chris Carlin was talking about on ESPN radio. Is Karl-Anthony Towns a problem for the New York Knicks? And I don't think so. I don't think Karl-Anthony Towns is a problem for this team at all. I understand it. 4 games into the season, you want to see a better record. You don't want to lose against Milwaukee, especially after all of the rumors speculating between the Knicks and Giannis. And does he want to come to the Knicks, or the Knicks going to trade Karl-Anthony Towns? That was whatever the last game that we faced. That was Giannis's audition to the front office. Giannis had a phenomenal audition to the front office. But if you're the front office, if you are the front office, you have to battle, or you have to have the conversation. Who's the better pairing with Jalen Brunson? Is it Giannis or is it Karl-Anthony Towns? And from the last game, you would say that it's Giannis. I'm not sure about you, ladies. What's your thoughts?
100%. And it's funny because if you recall, when Jalen had the injury, when Jalen slipped, who was the first person to grab him? Giannis. It was Giannis who went over there and like, hey, you got to protect what you might possibly be playing with next season. Who knows? Maybe this season.
Yeah.
And the way I see it, and I keep saying this, Cat is reliant on Mitch. If Mitch isn't doing what he's supposed to do, the only other person of value to get you what you need is Cat. So that's still weight being held on him too. So no, you can't sit him right now for a game because what you gonna do? No Mitch, no Cat. You're gonna go Hawk and Yabusele.
You gotta get
It's
destroyed
not
on the
gonna
glass.
happen. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
gonna
you gotta get
happen.
destroyed.
It's not. But at the same time, at the end of that Milwaukee game, he took accountability. He took that he ain't played the way he's supposed to. He knew he gave up certain spots. So for him to even talk like that and not primarily blame the injury or the dreaded name, act like Julius and avoid the media altogether, I can't be mad at it. It's still 4 games into the season. If this was game 2025, I'll be a little more concerned. But right now, and the
Right.
fact that he's injured, you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I definitely agreed. I mean, I hate how we start panicking super early. And I get it why we're panicking because I feel like the expectation is so high for the season. And I've been saying this since last year, but I feel like a lot of us forget to be realistic about a lot of things. Like right now, like, yo, let's be realistic. What are we panicking about? In the beginning of the season, what are we panicking about? 4 games in, what are we panicking about? Why are we talking about, is Cat an issue for us right now? Like, why? I mean, again, it's not like we don't know. Like, I guess you could say yes. If we didn't know he had an injury, if he never would have said that, yes, maybe I would have been raising my eyebrows and be like, hey, what's happening with Cat? Like, this is mad weird.
Yeah.
Like, this is different. Okay, fine. Maybe I could give it to us to maybe panic and start questioning, but it's like, he said it. He said what's wrong. So we're just gonna completely ignore that and just act like, oh, it was only for game 1 and then that's it. I mean, again, for all we know, maybe he's not in pain, maybe he's okay, but we don't know that. And clearly his game is showing. So for all we know, it is because of his injury.
There was a quote from Mike Brown, and I want to get your ladies' thoughts on it. And folks in the chat, shout out to everybody who's in the building, who's rocking out with us. Guys, if you guys can, hit that like button. On YouTube, we're sitting at, hold on, wait, let me just pull it up real quick. I have it right here on the side. On YouTube, we're sitting at 5,726 subscribers on the channel. We are on our way to 6,000. So if you guys can, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. But there was a quote after the game for Mike Brown that at first had me scratching my head, and then like everybody on Knicks Twitter lost their mind. But this is what Brown said after being asked about Karl-Anthony Towns and his struggles. He said it all started with Cat. Cat played a remarkable first half offensively. sometimes it doesn't show up in field goal attempts when you play a remarkable game. But then he said, but then he said, he said, I promise you, if we do things that we're talking about offensively in terms of our staples, Cat is going to be more than fine. We got to play with a little bit of a space, all as individual. I've talked to Cat about it. For me as a fan, for me as somebody that covers the team, as a member of media for Latino sports, I saw that as Mike Brown playing cover for his player, not wanting to throw his player underneath the bus, trying to build that relationship with Karl-Anthony Towns that said, like, you know what, you need to step up, but at the same time, I'm going to be your number one supporter in your corner cheering you on. I thought it was a good thing, right? Because immediately after that, Karl-Anthony Towns was asked about his play, and he says, I got to do whatever is needed to win. I pressed a little bit too much today. In the second half, I didn't do what we needed to do to win tonight. That's on me, and I take full responsibility of that. If I'm going to have my head coach going out there running defense for his star player who struggled, I want to see accountability from that player. And that's what Karl-Anthony Towns did. So all the nonsense, people saying that there's friction behind the scenes between Karl-Anthony Towns and Mike Brown, I don't think there's any truth to that because of how Mike Brown handled the situation with Towns' struggles. If there was any friction behind the scene, Mike Brown would have tossed him under the bus immediately and had Knicks fans and the media eating him alive. But he didn't do that.
100%.
I do agree. I mean, I feel it could go 50-50. I do agree. It could have been like that. He would have just thrown him under the bus. But also, it's early in the season. I don't know. I think if there is an issue, which we don't know. I mean, I just think honestly it's bullshit. Like, whatever. But if there is, I mean, I personally think I don't see why they would bring this up now. And we really haven't seen or heard anything else, you know? So it's like, I don't think even if there is, they'll bring it up now. If anything, eventually, I feel like if there was an issue and they want to keep it so on the low, they'll bring it up when this team is really doing shit. Because then that'll be the other excuse as to why this team is bad. You know, like why we're not as great as we should be at the moment. You know, but until then, I mean, again, the game season just started. Everybody's doing what they got to do so far, at least I feel. Yeah, we need to stay out from the rumors, from the bullshit. Like, let's focus on the game.
Facts. Facts.
That to me is cosa de novela. This is a narrative that you're doing. You know what I mean? And leave it to New York before narratives. We'll create a story out of anything. So the way I looked at it is what he said about the plays, and as long as he sticks to the plan, we'll be fine. It's still very early. And the way it looks like is that little by little, he's basically showing the team what he wants to do in baby steps. You can't overwhelm a whole crew of things. You got to learn it little by little as the season goes. And not only that, you're right. And not only that, how you can only apply it to certain teams. You're going to play Miami different than when you're going to play Milwaukee, different when you're going to play Chicago. So every game is going to be something new until you start repeating these teams all over again. So right now, 100% defend your players so you can gain that confianza with your superstars. You need that in order for you to have a successful team. So what Mike Brown is doing is what you do when you start the job. Yeah, I have no problem with my supervisors. Everybody do that in the beginning of the job. Let's talk about what happens at game 78, 79. Let's see if it stays the same.
Right.
I was going to say real quick, whenever the Knicks lose or whenever something happens, like whether it's in the game, win, lose, I always check Knicks Twitter, and I view it from the perspective of, you know, the vieja that's like sitting at her apartment looking out the window to see who's arguing. That's how I view Knicks Twitter, right? Shout out to everybody on Knicks Twitter. You ladies, you guys navigate Knicks Twitter tremendously. All the different content creators with all their amazing spaces. But me, I just want to see what people are talking about. I just want to see la bochinche que está pasando. So I just sit at my window, and that's how I view Knicks Twitter. And seeing it was a 50-50 split for me, seeing some Knicks fans saying we need to trade Cat immediately, and then other Knicks fans saying that no, you have to stick with who we got and we have to ride out with our guys.
Right.
How do you ladies feel it? If you had a crystal ball and you had a magic lamp or a genie could come out and you could make one trade, would you make that trade one-on-one swapping Cat for Giannis? Would you do that?
No.
Right.
Hell no.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never been a big fan of Giannis. Like, he's good. I'm not trying to say that he's not, and I wouldn't want him on a team because of his talent. I think he is good. But do I think he's a good fit for this team? I don't know. I'm not 100% on it. I'll be honest. I'm 50-50, and it's actually less than 50-50. Yeah, I should say it's actually less than 50-50. Like, it's not even half. I'm more on the side where I am in the middle, but I'm more on the side. I just don't think he is a good fit for this team.
Right.
At least how it is right now. Maybe we had different players, or I don't know. Maybe another situation, possibly I would be talking different. But like, yes, let's trade him. I want him now.
Right.
Personally, right now, I'm gonna say with this team that we have, I just don't think he's a good fit. I mean, shit, if it happens a few months and like, hey, okay, cool. But me personally, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yo, let's get him right now. Come on, and let's ship Cap out. No, the season just started. Can we see what we got? Can we see how this goes first before we can start talking like that? That's how I feel.
And it's funny, the way I see it, Knicks Twitter, you got to be very careful navigating it. You got the positive, you got the negative. And within the positive and the negative, you have your characters that no matter what the loss is something bad. No matter how good the win is, it's something bad. You have your generalized Cat haters no matter what. The people who used to hate Julius, they jumped from that bus to this train over there, and now they hate Cat. So don't get it mixed up. We already know who they are. We don't need to mention those names. It's just a matter of filtering it. If you're going to go into that world, because it's something totally different. God bless you if you're ready to take that ride. But the way I see it is it's going to be hate no matter what. Especially when they didn't want you here. They're expecting New York is different. You got Milwaukee, you got Denver, that they'll give you the time and the grace to get the championship. New York, you need it now. If you don't give it to me now, get the hell out of here and give me the next thing coming.
I agree. Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna be a little bit biased when it comes to Karl-Anthony Towns, because he is Latino. As great as a player that Giannis is, right? You have to understand it's going to just cost more than just Cat. So in a hypothetical 1-for-1 trade, I could just send Cat for Giannis. Maybe you could twist my arm and convince me. But understanding that it's going to take more than Cat. You're going to have to include some first-round draft picks. The Knicks hardly have any. You're going to have to include some young players. Maybe Miles Deuce McBride has to go. Maybe Tyler Kolek has to be included in that package. So as of right now, understanding that the Knicks do not have draft picks, the Knicks are locked when it comes to the cap space, and you have to hold on to whatever assets that you have, and your assets, including your young players. I think I'm good with writing out who we have with right now, and that's Cat, Jalen, OG, Mikal, and even Mitchell Robinson. Karla's favorite basketball player in the world.
Right, my favorite play. Where is there any update on Mitch? To be honest,
he is a game time decision. Oh my God! He is a game time decision for tomorrow. So maybe we see the Black Knicks monster. Shout out to also Deuce McBride. There was a lot of rumors circulating. Nothing has been confirmed that he lost his grandmother. So until something has been confirmed from him.
Right.
But if it is true,
out for personal reasons, but
condolences to Deuce McBride. No, I heard. I saw a report online. Again, it's just speculation. I haven't seen anything from the Knicks or Deuce. But when it comes to Cat, this is what I'm feeling from Cat. This is what I want to see. Yeah. You know, that's just me personally.
Definitely. But we'll
Right.
see. Happy Halloween. No, we'll see what happens. It's insane though. So
Mhm.
hopefully, especially being that tomorrow is a tournament game, I don't
Yeah.
understand why they do it the week after the season starts. That's another gripe of
I think
many.
that shit is
Well,
stupid,
it's
bro.
just for viewership, sis. You know, they just want to have
Yeah.
because these are nationally televised games. They want to have some meaning to it. But yeah, I agree with you. If you're gonna have them be like in January, right before the trade deadline. You know, that way
Yeah.
it juices up the trade. It maybe people start trading before because the tournament is coming up. I don't know.
Right.
Right.
And not only that, the way I see it, other than money, there's no real accolade you get for winning the tournament. Like it
No.
doesn't really count. So the only thing I could think of, if you're going to change that, you're going to have to change the playoffs to be
Mhm.
like NFL style. Whoever wins the tournament, maybe give them a bye or something. Who never known, like an advantage, but no one's really going to take it serious. But hopefully, going into that game, if
Mhm.
Mitch is coming back and Deuce, hopefully Deuce comes back not missing a step because Deuce was
But
cooking.
Yeah.
The last game, Clarkston started getting his shit together. Clarkston
Mhm.
started looking good.
Shaman too.
Mikhail,
Shaman
yes,
had Shaman had 16 points off the
he
bench.
went
Shout
off.
out to Landry Shaman.
Yeah. So hopefully, if we start getting everybody back together and everybody starts playing the way that we're seeing, it goes and it works. Especially, there's going to be adjustments. So whatever we do
Mm.
tomorrow with us playing back to back Chicago, I think we
Mhm.
do it tomorrow and Sunday. It's going to be interesting seeing what they change and what they don't between the two games.
Well,
right.
well, talking about Mitchell Robinson, I want to bring it up because we have a report from Ian Begley and SNY. He said the Knicks should be getting some reinforcements tomorrow night in the form of Mitchell Robinson and Deuce McBride. And Ian Begley said, I think he's probably going to be a game. He's going to play tomorrow. The Knicks brought him on the road trip, talking about Mitchell Robinson, with the thought of maybe being able to play. And now they got him on the practice court. I would be surprised if he didn't play. So it seems like more of an 80% chance that Mitchell Robinson will play. He was with the practice squad. He traveled with the team on the road with a back-to-back game. If Mitchell Robinson wasn't ready to go, I think the Knicks would have had him stay in New York and wait for them to come back until Sunday, and then you play him on Sunday.
100%.
But if he plays, no, it's not considered a back to back. So if he plays
Well,
Friday, then he can play Sunday too, no?
it's not like your traditional like
Yeah.
back to back, but it's a back to back game against that team because they play
Like,
Friday
yeah.
and Sunday.
So he could play Friday and Sunday. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hopefully
I
he
would
gets it
love to
done.
see Mitch play, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, the season started. Yes, I want to see how you fit with the team. Like,
Hmm.
Mm.
bro, I'm tired of you fucking sitting on a bench. Like, I'm tired of you something always
I
happening with
agree.
you, bro. Like, if you're gonna be on the team, play, man. If not, again, nobody wants to listen to me, but whatever. I kept asking, why is he here? I love Mitch. Mitch, don't take it like I'm hating on you. I love you. I guess I want to keep you on this team. But right now, you're not
Mm.
giving me a reason. You haven't been giving me a reason why I want you on. Like, why do I want to keep you here? Like,
Literally.
I
Well,
know
one
why,
one
but it's like you have not shown me like
mm.
at all. Like, come on, bro. Like, come back, play.
so
Let's see how
far
you
so far with this team, we haven't seen fully healthy roster, right? Or fully
Yes.
healthy lineup. Because you got to remember Josh Hart, he's coming back from his finger issue, right? He hurt himself,
Mhm.
his back, his finger, his shot's not there. So even Josh Hart is working his way back. He kind of looks, I don't want to say sluggish in the offense because Josh Hart never looked slow, but he couldn't find the shot. I know he hit
Hmm.
1 3, but besides that, that was it. He was
Right.
still when it comes to grabbing rebounds, he played 29 minutes. He had himself a Josh Hart type of game when it comes to hustle, rebounds, defense, but his offense wasn't there. And when that happens, you need Cat to step up. But with Mitchell
Hmm.
Robinson coming back, if Mitchell Robinson is back and he's playing, there may be a chance that Cat sits.
Right. Or at least
I'm
limit
calling
his
it.
time.
Yeah, and
I'm calling
maybe
it
that's
right
what's
now.
needed. Maybe, and you know what? Maybe that's what Cat needs. To be honest with you, I mean, come on, he's still playing with it. I mean, most likely he still has that injury, so it's like maybe that's what he needs. He needs to just play less minute, maybe even sit, just wait until they want him.
Yeah,
Because
hopefully
it
it
was
works
a
out.
great grade two quad strain. The recovery time for a grade two quad strain is typically 4 to 6 weeks.
Ooh.
So if it happened in the preseason,
And
right,
right, because we don't
that
know
was
when it happened,
one.
right? It was
Yeah,
just
that
that
was
he just
so.
has that.
So let's say hypothetically it happened when they went to Dubai, right, at the
Right.
start of the
Okay.
preseason, right. That's 2 weeks before the season started. So if we're looking at it right now, he's like at that 3 week mark with
Right.
probably 1 to 2 more, maybe 3 more weeks left of recovery time.
Mhm.
But put into consideration, though, I mean, he hasn't been resting either. So,
No, yeah, true, yeah. That's four
it,
to
So
six
it's a
weeks
double
without
it.
being active. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
right. So, it could be a little bit more than that. So, it's like, yes, I would be all for, like I said earlier, that I mean, even if he misses one game, honestly, I'll be all like, I wouldn't be upset, especially now. Because, again, let's take all that shit out, worry about all that stuff now than later. I don't want to
Yeah.
hear in 2 months that, oh my God, that's it. Cat needs to sit down for for a few games because of this injury because it hasn't healed properly. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to hear shit like that because it's like, bro, so but y'all been known since the beginning of the season. The math ain't mathing.
And
Like,
you could tell from his shot that he's compromised from his lower body because he's
right,
not getting the lift that he normally gets on his
right,
on
yeah,
his
like
jumper
Vicky said,
from
yeah,
downtown, right? So that's why watching it, I think, like I said, he hit that 1 3 in the game or 2 3s in the game,
Mhm.
but everything else was just flat. It was dying at the rim.
Very
It was
flat.
hardly even barely
right,
touching the backboard.
Mhm.
right,
Then you know it's bad when he's supposed to be out there with Giannis and they got OG on Giannis. Like the fact that there were times in the fourth quarter, because you got to remember, Josh Hart barely played the fourth. Um, OG was guarding Giannis. I didn't see Hack Porty or anybody else on him. That was causing him to get in foul trouble. It was a lot of shortness in every position that caused them to
Yeah.
lose that game versus Milwaukee. So hopefully once you get Mitch back, or if you can fit him in some type of rotation where you can put them both,
right,
especially tomorrow, I'm willing to bet if this is how it's going to be, we're not going to see that much of a double big tomorrow. If you're going to be alternating, putting Mitch in for Cat, vice versa, there's not going to be a double
right.
big.
Yeah, yeah, same. I feel the same. I don't think we really are.
Like Ron brought this up, and this is something that I hit on when we first started the show. He said he has been fantastic rebounding the basketball. I think I'm more concerned that he doesn't know where to be on the floor to get into the flow of the offense. The defense is closing quick on him, and you saw that against the Bucks when
Right,
immediately whenever he got the ball, specifically on the lower block, down low, he was getting double team and triple team. He did some great passes, getting some guys some nice shots, but they weren't falling. And when you have your big man or your second option in Karl-Anthony Towns touching the ball and the defense is collapsing on him and he's playing hot potato, you're not setting yourself up to score well. Whether that's
right,
on him or whether that's from the head coach, somebody needs to look at the film and figure it out because you can't be paying Karl-Anthony Towns, no matter how great he has been rebounding the ball, to get you 8 or 10 points in the game, making $53 million a season. That's not going to cut it in this day and age NBA.
Not at all, especially at his position and the money that he's expecting to get paid because he's
right,
due for a
Exactly.
paycheck too. Then the way you're performing is going to devalue you in the case that if we're going to give you for Giannis, now we're going to have to add Mickey, OG, and who else if you're going to keep performing like this. And if you stay injured and this injury doesn't heal completely, it sounds like regardless, it's going to be a lose. So at some point, you're going to have to sit here and prioritize. Hopefully, Mitch gets healthy enough so you can pull back on Cat. Because if not, you're going to have to figure out and get another additional player. Because right now, it looks like it's more
hmm
Akporti over Yabusele.
yeah,
But again, it's early as hell. So it's like,
But yeah, but that's what
At
I'm saying.
what point? That's the thing. At what point do you make the decision? We gotta change something.
Right. And but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I want to do all that now. I mean, not like now, the next few, in the next game, but it's like in the next few games, let's see how things, especially if not Cat, what's his name? Mitch comes back. Especially if Mitch comes back, it's like, okay, we need to see how this team is going to be with Mitch. How is everything going to flow? And if we see that certain things is not flowing, it's not yo, let's do that adjustment now. Okay, this lineup is flowing, it's clicking. Yo, boom. Okay, let's start sticking with this lineup. Let's keep seeing how it goes. Oh, with these players is not working. All right, so we know we can't keep trying that because it's just not working. Simple as that. But it's like I don't want to be on some delusional shit that, oh, but let's keep trying. You never know. No, bro, it's not working. We already tried a few games. All right, next, done.
I want to shout out Pretty Lou 98 in the chat. Shout out to you, my guy. Also, too, shout out the good people over at Mama D's Empanada in New Jersey. If you guys never been to Mama D's Empanada, they have some of the best, if not the best, empanadas in all of the tri-state. They do amazing autograph signings as well with some Yankee players. Maybe they'll get a Met player, maybe next year. I don't know. But make sure you guys check them out. Mama D's Empanada, amazing food. They got one Met fan that works there, so you have somebody to talk to, Karla. But shout out to the good folks over there at Mama D Empanada. Something I want to bring up, WFAN related. Sal Licata went on a rant talking about Mike Brown. He said he's a clown. He has no control over the team whatsoever. He's not a real head coach. He is a clown. First
That's
off,
retarded.
I think that's wild disrespectful.
Where did this come from? This is crazy.
This from today. It was. I'll find the audio to play. I think this is wild disrespectful. It's just four games into the season, and I understand Sal Licata. He has a job to do. He plays more of like a WWE personality over there at WFAN. I understand it. I get it. I got a lot of respect for him because of the history of him in the industry. But I think it's a horrible take. Like I said, it's only 4 games into the season. I personally like Mike Brown as a head coach. I'm not sure about you ladies. I don't want to speak for you guys, but I think so far, listening to the press conferences, seeing how whenever there's a timeout and a player's coming off of the court, he's immediately the first person there to talk to them and go over strategy or go over whatever he has to go over with. You saw it on their last loss against the Bucks. But again, I don't want to speak for y'all. I just think this was a bit too much.
That is wild, crazy. Because I'm confused. What do you mean that he doesn't have control over his team? What is showing no control over your team? Like I have so many questions. Like I'm like, yo, are we watching the same game?
Yeah,
no, not only that.
Audio.
Whose space are you in? Because I know specifically a lot of these media guys be hearing shit in our spaces. The next thing you know, oh, they did a whole article or oh, they quoted it.
Right.
Whose space were you in? Because
Right.
when I tell you, based off, if you were to temperature check Nick's Twitter, none of us said that. So this man is on an island of his own. Because I haven't heard anybody say anything in regards to get rid of Mike. That no.
I haven't honestly heard anything negative, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, unless I don't know, like I'm getting out of Nick's Twitter. No, but I'll be honest, I have not seen anything. So that's why I'm confused with this. Like,
right?
Bro, we watching the same game. Like, do I not understand basketball anymore? Like, right? I'm confused. Like, how did we get to this fucking conclusion? To this state, like, how we
you
got
know what it is?
Is
this is a drama you get when you're a contender. This is
right.
what happens.
Yeah, and I'm here for it, but it's just like this is what we doing again. Yo, I can't stress enough. The season just started, so this is what we doing. I could only imagine all the bullshit we're gonna hear. Yeah. You know, God willing that this team, all staff, look at this. This team is actually a contender. Like, yo, this team is looking scary. Wait and see. Wait, all the drama, the rumors that probably might be coming up.
It's Knicks for clicks.
That's what it is.
Right.
You know
Yes.
what's crazy?
Yes. Yep.
I saw the clip, and shout out to Ron. I pulled it up. Who said I can't stand Sal Licata or BT. So much negativity over there. Yeah, I'm not a big fan and the negativity spaces of some time. But I literally saw the clip earlier circulating on Twitter, and they got a lot of shit for it. I can't find it. I'm not sure if they removed it,
Damn.
they got rid of it.
Probably.
I can't find it.
If you
I'm gonna
find it,
check
let
on
me know. I
YouTube.
would love
Yeah.
to hear it,
There's
cause
always a hater. There's always a hater.
right,
That means you're doing something right, Mike. Okay? You're doing
right.
something right.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, well, haters, so that means you're doing something right. So Mike, whatever, keep doing it.
Exactly.
Keep
Yeah.
doing it.
But again, shout out to everybody who's in the building. We got 95 people watching us collectively across all platforms. Whether you're watching us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitch, or on Twitter or X, jump on over to YouTube and join us for a good conversation. Ladies, I'm gonna toss it over to you real fast. Deuce McBride is back. So who wants to take control of the conversation while I'll try to find this audio clip?
With Deuce, I'm expecting him to come back. Hopefully, God, because we do not know how you work, but hopefully, with Jalen doing that spill that we saw last game, Deuce coming back will give Jalen a chance to sit out too, because I know he has to be feeling something after what happened yesterday. I'm hoping he can maintain his consistency and maintain playing the way that he has, because to me, I'm putting him up for six man. No question about it.
Yo, yeah, facts. I am actually so proud of Deuce. First of all, from the way how he looks, yo, that man grew. That man grew. Like, all right, Deuce, look at you, my boy. You shit, you went from a little boy to a grown ass man.
Literally.
I love this for him.
Seriously.
But grown in everything besides just the looks and everything, it's his game too. Like, yo, he's
Hmm.
been on fire, and I really hope him coming. Damn, if that is true about his grandmother, you said right, Hector?
Hmm.
That's the rumor that his grandmother passing away. If
Yeah,
that
that was
Yeah.
a rumor. That was a rumor that I saw
right,
online
I mean,
on
if that is,
Twitter.
God forbid, if it is true, damn, obviously,
Our
dude.
condolences, rest in peace, thoughts and prayers.
Right.
You know,
And I know everybody's different, so I hope that doesn't affect his game too much. If it's
Yeah.
not that, whatever it is, I hope it's good, positive. Sometimes maybe it's a mental day he needed to take. Who freaking knows?
Hmm.
Anyways, point is, dudes, I hope you come back, right, pick up right where we left off. That's it. I don't want it that he comes back and he has a bad game, because and then there goes another thing. Oh my God, Deuce had a bad game. What's wrong with him? Why we have Deuce
Right.
on the team? We should like, yo, shut the fuck up. Yeah,
Especially with Grimes cooking in Philly. Because
right.
Grimes is cooking in Philly.
Oh, hold up, but Grimes, another
he
person.
is.
Yes.
He is.
Miss him.
Like we want to make sure we got the right one, okay? Even though Grimes, listen, please come back, come home.
Right.
If you want to come back, you're welcome. You can come back. You and Deuce. I mean, not Deuce. Dante. Anytime, please. But no,
Yeah.
hopefully
Yeah.
he'll be able to maintain everything.
Yeah. I'm going to shout out my guy, the Ace Avenue, who is in the building, who just gifted a 1-month membership to the chat. Shout out to you, my guy,
Aw.
the Ace Avenue. I appreciate you. Guys, we do have a subscription to the channel. The link is in the channel. I'll drop it into the chat right now. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to my guy, the Ace Avenue. Ace, myself, and Grace will be back to talk Yankees. I know it's the off season. We'll start bringing out our Yankees live and our Yankees open panels as well. Shout out to my guy, the Ace Avenue, who was in the building. Appreciate you. Shout out to my guy, Yankee Dave, who was in the building. Yankee Dave was good. Who said, "What up? What up? What up? Let's go, Knicks!" Absolutely. And when it comes to when it comes to Miles McBride, the last 2 games we lost.
Hmm.
Miles McBride not being on the court was the difference in those games. I personally feel the energy that he brings the ability that he has to play defense. One of our better defenders outside of OG Anunoby. I think OG is one, and then Deuce McBride is our second best defender on the perimeter. Miles McBride, not having him these past 2 games, the Jalen Brunson list minutes are important, and without somebody who can control the offense consistently, it hurts us. Miles McBride, 12 points, 12 and a half points. We could have used that against the Bucks. We could have used that against the Miami Heat. Who knows? Maybe we win both those games, if not just one of those games.
Right. Yeah, I 100% agree too.
I just hope if he comes back, it doesn't stunt Clarkson from playing the way he did last and even sham it. Because again, if you could get everybody cooking at the same time, that'll be a perfect
be
burn.
awesome.
Yeah, because Clarkson was suffering. Clarkson wasn't even cooking throughout preseason. Deuce been cooking since game 1.
Yeah.
So if we can at least get some type of consistency with him, Clarkson, I mean,
I
it'll
think
be able to work.
I think we might. I don't see as to why not, you know?
Okay, I got that audio clip now. So I want to share that audio clip. Let me remove that. Let me bring this up. So I have that audio clip from BT. Let me know if you ladies can hear it. I'm gonna play right now.
Was that, and even I said this as a Tibbs supporter, was that he didn't maximize Karl-Anthony Towns' offensive game. If you watch the Knicks play under Mike Clown so far, it looks
Mike who?
Mike Clown.
No, we're going with Mike Clown 4 games in.
He's a clown, dude.
Mike Clown.
He's a clown. He's got no control of the team whatsoever.
All right, go ahead. Mike Clown.
Like, that's what he is. He's a guy that wants to be loved by the players and the media and joke around with the fans. He's not a real head coach. He's a clown. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but like his name rhymes with clown, and I think he coaches like a clown.
I find it so annoying when people say, I don't mean to be disrespectful after being wildly disrespectful. After being wildly disrespectful.
It is like, yo, what?
But where do you get that the man has no control of the team?
But
that's what I want to know.
What do you mean by that? Like, I need you to be explain that shit to me. What do you mean by that? No,
like, I'm not understanding where he's even getting this. We're not even that deep into the season to even figure that out. Like, I'm not getting it. The team looks like they're understanding him, they're respecting him, they're playing better. You're getting a better performance compared to Tibbs. If this was Tibbs last year, we would have been asking for that man to get fired right now.
Right.
So it's like,
and
give me a break. A hater's a hater. It is what it is.
2-2. 2 wins, 2 losses.
You're 500.
Like, I mean, is it 0-4? Is it
you
1 and 3?
You ladies both hit it over the head when I first introduced his quote. When I first brought up his quote, and I broke it down, like, you guys hit it on the head. It's Knicks for clicks. Right now, with both the Mets and the Yankees not in the postseason, with both the Giants and the Jets playing utter trash, with the Brooklyn Nets being the Brooklyn Nets and Michael Porter Jr. putting his foot in his mouth anytime he opens it, you need to have something to talk about. And if 100%. The Knicks lost, and if they lost 2 games in a row, you need to start leaning into the Knicks for clicks. You need to start doing that. And that's the perfect example of it. Again, I think it's a piss poor way of reporting on it. That's not a way that I would report on it if I have an issue with Mike Brown and the way that he's coaching. Right. I think to call a guy who was an assistant coach with one of the greatest, if not the best basketball coach in all of NBA history in Popovich, a guy who won 3 championships as an assistant coach with Steve Kerr, to call him a clown, I think that's wildly so disrespectful.
And it's like, first of all, how you calling him Mike Clown when nobody who's actually a Knicks fan has even said that? You know how us as fans we are.
Yeah.
Like, if we really think a coach is caca, we're not gonna hold our tongues on it. We're just probably would have been said that. So it's like the fact, like, where you get this that was
not only that, he's corny as hell. It's not funny. You
No,
reach
it's not.
Mike Clown. It's one of those things when you're a try hard. You're trying to copy what you saw on the other network or something you heard on Twitter. Who knows? It's not working for you because you sound like an idiot. You sound like an idiot. None of the fans agree with you. No one even cares. Try again. Try again with the next losing streak because you're always gonna have a losing streak. Unfortunately, the joke was trash. It's ridiculous.
My man out here looking like Mr. Mackey from South Park, and he has the nerves to call someone else
Right.
saying they're a clown. Come on, I think that's wild disrespectful.
And Mike Brown is a very respectable coach.
Yes.
So for you to do that, you're just mad that the guy doesn't give you any ammo to talk shit. If this was a different type of coach who didn't even, what's his name, the coach out in Boston who don't act like he doesn't f with the media. If he was that type of personality, you would have had ammo to talk shit. But here you're just looking for something. Yeah. All right, that was
if you know like the background drama or the behind the scenes drama between the Knicks and WFAN. WFAN is banned from covering any Knicks games. They get no media credentials because of Maggie calling out, because Maggie, she rightfully so, I respect her what she did. Maggie Gray, she called out James Dolan for some dumb shit that he said in WFAN. It was the pressure of, hey, you guys need to fire her, let her go, or you guys won't be able to cover the Knicks. And they said, no, we're backing our employee, and respect the WFAN for that. But if you know the background drama with it, you understand like there's more to it. I just think it's just poor journalism.
100%. With no
integrity.
Thank you. That's the word. Exactly.
Yeah, no integrity whatsoever. But hey, it is what it is. The Knicks lost. Giannis Antetokounmpo had his best audition for the New York Knicks in their front office. I think Karl-Anthony Towns, Worldwide West, that's his guy. I think if Worldwide West leaves the New York Knicks and doesn't work with the New York Knicks, I can see that, okay, cool, they're moving on from Karl-Anthony Towns. Because the same way how Jalen Brunson is Leon Rose's guy, Karl-Anthony Towns is Worldwide West's guy. And I think Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, they're going to be the two fixtures if and when the Knicks win a championship. It's all going to come down to who the supporting cast is going to be around them. Will it be Mikal Bridges, who has, let's give some credit where credit's due to Mikal Bridges. He has had an amazing start to the season in comparison to what he was last year. I think now Knick fans are finally seeing the player, if not a better version of what they thought we were trading for. Because Mikal Bridges through these first 4 games has been amazing.
He has. We haven't heard nothing about the picks yet.
Right. Nope. Fuck them picks.
Fuck them kids.
Literally. We haven't heard anything. If he could stay that way, even better. But again, it was funny because what was said in Knicks Twitter was Milwaukee's supporting cast outdid the New York supporting cast, which is kind of true in a way. That's why the game was close, then they just ran away with it. But other than that, you definitely need the supporting cast around the players, especially your superstars, because remember what happened when we had Melo. So as long as we can maintain the supporting cast and everybody gets together, it's going to be a good season no matter what. It's a long 82, but we're going to have a good season. You need to lose to win.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, how are you going to learn to get better if you don't lose? You know, I mean, it's not that we want to lose, but it's going to happen. You can't win all 82 games. Come on. At this point, it's got to be questionable. Like, bro, how y'all doing that?
Not only that, it's Cleveland. We don't want to be Cleveland.
Through 4 games through the season, through the first 4 games of the season, this is what you're getting from Mikal Bridges. He's averaging 18 points per game, 6.8 rebounds, 4.5 assists, while just averaging less than 1 turnover a game. He's shooting the 3 more. He's getting 2.3 made threes a game. And when you look at his shot percentage, he's shooting 54.2% from the field, 47.4% from 3-point range, and 91.7% from the free throw line. He's being more aggressive, driving to the hole. He's getting to the basket more. He looks a lot more comfortable in Mike Brown's style of offense instead of the heavy ISO Tom Thibodeau style we saw last year.
100%. And you mean to tell me that causes him to not have the respect of the team or not know what he's doing? If you take these stats and OG stats and everybody else and you put it in front of Mike Brown already in 4, so you mean to tell me he was able to figure out in 4 games what to do with McHale that Tibbs couldn't do in a year?
Nope.
Or at least, nah. Oh, the game, the way the players play is going to speak for itself. And it still all goes on the coach.
Right. I 100% agree.
It's a mess. It's a mess. Yeah. I still can't believe he said that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, yo,
it's so weird, so weird.
Like, bro, yo, that's crazy work right there to do. Like,
and it's big Knicks for clicks because it's funny because today I saw Draymond. I don't care what New York does; they're still not gonna win. You still talking about us though? You can hate what you want to hate. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. No one's expecting a fucking Golden State to come out of the West. Keep talking. Then you saw Reggie Miller.
How about you worry about your team and don't worry about us?
Well, I got the clip right here so we can go over it. Actually, I have 2 clips for us to go over. This is the Draymond Green one. Hold on, let me just.
Personally, the Knicks, I just don't believe that they're contenders. I don't think they have what it takes to win at the highest level. I think you can stifle their offense and make it hard on them. And I just think ultimately, guys, and don't really want to defend, it makes it tough to win at the highest level. And so that's kind of my question with the Knicks personally.
Now, I'm going to be charitable real quick for a moment and say that what he is saying, it's not 100% wrong, right? What he is saying, it has some weight to it. But it's the person who's saying it and the history of the shit that he had said about our New York Knicks. Now, when you look at this team compared from this year to last year, it's night and day comparison when it comes to the offense and even when it comes to the defense. When you look at the advanced metrics, we are defending better this year than what we were last year. Do some guys need to step up and play better defense? Yeah. And whatever Draymond Green is talking about the Knicks and whenever he's criticizing them or pointing out their lack of defense, we all know that he's talking about one person, and that's Karl-Anthony Towns. He has a personal one-on-one thing with Cat. It's not a well-kept secret. It's well known. The fans know it, the players know it. So whenever he's talking about the Knicks, always leave that as a grain of salt in the back of your mind whenever he's talking.
And that's that whole thing. You know how they say don't shoot the messenger? If Draymond's the messenger, shoot him. Because the intentions isn't based off of ball. It's not based off of performance. It's not based off of the record of the team. It's just based of you not liking somebody. Exactly. You know how they say if you don't like somebody, you just don't like them.
Right.
He just doesn't like us.
Gonna talk.
Yeah. Because it's one of them.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what it is. For you, if you were to see the game yesterday or whenever we played them, and you have Reggie Miller saying the Knicks are contenders and the Knicks are going to come out.
Come on.
Reggie
exactly.
freaking Miller. And this is the long bone left saying that just keep putting our name on the tag so we can go over there. Knicks for clicks again. Another prime example.
Reggie Miller is the #1 Knicks hater in the world. And just like you said, Six, if Reggie Miller is saying that the Knicks are contenders, whatever Draymond Green is saying doesn't have the same weight. No disrespect to Draymond Green. I've always been a big fan of him. He has more athleticism in his pinky than I do in my whole body. And whatever Skill just said is a reflection of her and her only. It's not a reflection on KnicksEnFuego. Just wanted to put out that.
I don't take away from him being a player. I love him as a player. Like as a player, but him when he be talking shit is like, nah, nigga, shut the stop.
He's one of those guys that if he was on your team, you'll love him. If you're playing
Right.
against him, he's
Facts.
a jackass. You can't stand him. Foul it out, hit him.
100%.
You don't care.
Yes.
But if he's one of yours, he's one of yours. But
Right.
he's one of those guys that the way they used to say Shaq never liked the Knicks for some reason, and I heard Shaq say we are Barkley never even uttered a word that we were good, is saying that we're gonna come out, but you're still on it. Oh, go ahead. You're a hater.
Yeah.
Go
But that's
ahead.
all it is, though.
That's why the
Listen,
last
the
time we were in
Knicks,
the playoffs, he was there commenting on our game. So okay,
Right.
go
Oh my
ahead.
God,
the
yes, you're
Yeah.
right.
the Knicks are here. We're
hmm
different. This is not the Knicks that I grew up with in high school. This is not it's not the
You're
Stephon
right about
Marbury, Isaiah Thomas Knicks. This is not the Phil Jackson Knicks. And hablando de Phil Jackson,
Yeah.
right? Because there's two things. No, there's two things that I want to point out because we got this from Draymond, but there's two more things. Phil Jackson came out and blamed Carmelo Anthony for the drama that failed his Knicks tenure. And I'm sorry. I want to ask you guys, who the fuck gave Joakim Noah a 3-year? Who the fuck gave Joakim Noah that contract? Was that
Him.
Anthony or Phil Jackson?
That was Phil. Are you kidding me? Send
Who
me that article.
signed
So
Aaron
at this point,
Carlo?
I'm
Was
convinced
that was Phil
Jackson.
Jackson that who drafted Frank Ntilikina? That was Phil
That was
Jackson.
Kevin Knox too, right? Kevin
No,
Knox.
No,
apparently
he
it was
got fired after Frank Ntilikina.
no.
Oh,
Apparently
okay.
everything you're saying it was Mellow. For some reason, I don't know how it was Mellow. Now it goes down.
But
Bro,
it all started because Amari Stoudemire went on this
Oh, right,
podcast. Oh,
right,
he
right.
went on
I
he
I
went
heard
on
snippets from it.
I'm gonna play it real quick.
In that group, what's your thoughts in hindsight? Why you think that particular group didn't get over the hump?
When I first got to New York, I wanted to go to a place. First of all, I was raised in New York, right? I moved to New York in third grade. I was there until high school, basically. So I was familiar with New York. But then also, D'Antoni was there, and so I felt like it was a great reunite situation to go to New York. Now, I knew D'Antoni would let me play my game. A lot of people at that time thought I was only a pick and roll guy and I only could do these things. And I'm like, that's far from the truth. So when I got to New York, I knew D'Antoni would allow me to play my full game. And that's what I was able to accomplish that first half of that season. And I was playing team basketball. I was getting everybody involved with Wilson Chandler, Raymond Felton, Gallinari. All these guys were playing, having career years. And then once we brought in another superstar like Carmelo, he requires a lot of attention. When Melo comes to our team, the ball is not moving as much because Melo requires a lot of attention. He's one of the offensive greats. So when he gets to basketball, he's looking to score. A lot of the cohesiveness is somewhat in that time. And then I also started suffering some injuries, year 2, year 3, battling back and forth. And that's kind of how things panned out throughout that time in New York. We tried our best. We gave it all we got, but we just couldn't get over the hump.
Whoever wants to go first can go.
That was more respectable than whatever the hell Phil Jackson said.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
actually that was actually the first clip that I heard, and
Yeah.
like Nikki said, honestly, the first time I heard it, I was like, yo, I respect that. Like, he's just stating facts, but he's also not saying nothing negative or pointing fingers and say it was his fault, their fault. No, this is just what happens, and what happened, and that's it. Like, that's it, nothing more. And you know what? Yeah, shit happens, and we all saw that. That's exactly what happened.
Not only that, Phil is weird.
Yeah,
Phil is weird because
Yeah.
if Kobe was alive, would you say that shit about Kobe? Because he lost a lot of shit too. Would you say that about Shaq? But no, you're gonna say that about Metal? Come on, give me your break.
And he waited for Amari to say something before highlighting his book or dropping or whatever, because that was
he's
a quote from his
corny.
book. He's putting out a book now. And again, Knicks for clicks, because that Carmelo
Literally.
story was a big time story. Like when the Knicks weren't playing, it went viral yesterday. The headlines on Twitter sounded more disrespectful than the video, because like both of you guys said, he said what he said was true. It was facts.
Right.
It didn't come off as disrespectful. He said he's one of the best offensive players to play this game, which is true. He's an offensive GOAT. But Carmelo Anthony does demand the ball. They didn't have a roster properly built around Amari and Carmelo Anthony, and the front office jumped the gun instead of waiting for Melo to hit free agency in order to make that move. Because you got to look at it. You got to look at it as well. When we traded for Carmelo Anthony and we traded away all those assets and draft picks, when we brought back Melo and Chauncey Billups, we use our amnesty clause on Chauncey in order to sign Tyson Chandler. If we would have kept that amnesty, right? If we would have kept that, when Amari got injured the next year and the year after, we could have used the amnesty on Amari and got his money off the books and used that money to go sign somebody else. So that was more the front office and their inability to follow the game plan, because Donnie Walsh told them, you got to wait, be patient. They didn't want to listen to old man Donnie Walsh. They just jumped the gun. He left, and then it was downhill from there because it was the same old James Dolan nonsense that it was before.
You know, it's funny the fact that you're saying all that. We've been saying that for maybe 2 weeks now. And why we've been saying that? Because of the whole Giannis rumors. And everybody kept saying, because me and you, we said it on this show since the show started this season. If this was a Phil Jackson team, Giannis would be here and half the bench would have been gone. If this was the Phil
100%.
Jackson team, so what he's doing now, because the world whispers and you hear that on YouTube, on ESPN, and on Twitter. Now Ete Pendejo feels the need to say something. And while I'm saying it, here's my book. That's what he's doing, because he's hearing the heat. No way in hell would this team be where it was. And it's funny because my dad said this one. Phil Jackson came to New York to destroy it. You tried. It took us a long time to figure it out, but you completed the mission on destroying it. Now you want to blame it on Melo. Melo's coming back. Melo's on his podcast, NBA on Peacock. He's doing all that. And now you want to sit here and say that? I think Melo dealt with enough backlash and enough blackballing to even have to deal with this. This is ridiculous.
Exactly.
It's like, yo, but how much more are we gonna keep talking about the same thing? To keep trying to sit there and point the fingers at different people. Bro.
That's all they could do. No one holds accountability
and it's just like, yo, at this point that was how many moves ago?
Yeah.
Let's be for real. All right, yo, shit already happened. Shit has already happened. This is a whole different team now. Okay.
And I like to believe, right, in my mind, in my imagination, right, I like to believe that if the Knicks didn't trade for Carmelo Anthony and they waited to the offseason, you signed Melo, everything you gave up to trade for Melo, you could have traded for Chris Paul. You would have traded, you could have traded, and you could have had Chris Paul on this team. Because that trade package that they gave up for Chris Paul, half of what they gave up for Melo was way better than what they gave up for Chris Paul. And that's what the hill that I'm going to die on. The front office didn't wait for Donnie Walsh. They didn't wait. They just jumped the gun, traded all their assets for Melo. And right now in 2025, when you built a phenomenal team, we're about to fall, and the same trap is going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. And we've been saying that. Don't do what they did for Melo. That's on him. We've been saying that for like 2 weeks now since the whole Giannis report came out.
Yeah.
So of course you're sick of hearing the whispers.
But that's what I'm scared too. That like, you know, with those whole Giannis's too, is that I'm scared too. We're gonna do that same exact move too, and it's like it's really gonna backfire us. And we're so close, and it's like me personally, I don't know how you guys feel. I just don't feel like that's a risk we need to take right now. Like I don't see it. Like, you know, we're not in a state where it's like, oh my God, we need to figure shit out because, you know, we got to make it to play it off. Like, we got to do whatever. Like, let's fuck it. Let's do this. No, the freaking season just started. Why are we panicking this early? And it's like, what, again, I'm just going to be so tight. Yo, we do this. And that's it. There goes the season because it's just not clicking. It's just not.
I think if it was to happen, it'll happen in the off season. I don't think it'll happen during the season. I'll think it'll happen in the off season if it was to happen. But like you said, you never know. At any moment they could just switch their mind in the middle of the season. But I would pray and hope that James Dolan. I know you're not listening. I know you probably will never listen to me or even hear my voice. But please, whatever you do, do not get involved. Just let Leon Rose and Worldwide West run the ship. And Leon Rose and Worldwide West, we trust. James Dolan, all you got to do is be a beautiful billionaire. Sit back, enjoy your team. Don't touch it. Don't get involved. Just be beautiful. Play your music and just sit courtside and just look beautiful, Daddy. That's all you got to do. Just look beautiful, baby. That's it. I don't want to say something to get you upset at us or anything. Please, just please.
Right.
Por favor.
Right. Don't let your camera scan us. Don't take our pictures. No, but but no, it's true though. It's like at some point you gotta just let it go. It makes no sense. It's too early. It's too early. It's way too early. This is a lot of drama for some Knicks. For us to lose 2 games. You see how the tides change. You were up 2. Everybody's talking one thing, you lose 2, and you're on a completely different side. Like, yo,
we was getting ready to pop that champagne for the championship.
Literally.
Right, like just
literally. I celebrated that Boston win on Friday like it was game 2. There was no reason I should have went that hard, but I did.
But
I was one of them.
You ain't the only one. I went hard too.
You ain't
the only one, sis. I went hard too.
We're not wrong for it. Like, fuck that.
Seriously,
I just want to bring something up real quick. Shout out to CP, the franchise, and all the good people over there at Knick Fan TV. Myself and my guy C Money, Kayla Vasquez from Latino Sports, we were able to attend their watch party that they did on Friday at Slate for that game against the Celtics. We did some dope giveaways, some top cards. We was popping cards, opening cards. We had some hats, we had some sweaters. So guys, make sure this season, whenever there's watch parties, shout out to the Omni fan ladies, shout out to Anthony MSG. Latino Sports is going to be trying to team up with all these watch parties to do these giveaways from tops and from different merchandise when it comes to the New York Knicks. So I want to play this real quick. It was a nice video.
Win. You from what wake up bitch you tell your this you want to have to play your chicken you wait.
Now, a question that was asked of myself and of other Knicks fans that was there. Are you trading Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns for Wemby?
No. Nope. Immediately no.
Right, like
I said no.
Right. Again, it's nothing to do about the player. He's a great player too, yo. He's been cooking, but
I'll give you Cat and somebody else.
Whoa.
Jalen, no.
Right? Yeah. No. Jalen should not be in no freaking talks of trade. Nothing at all. Cat, okay.
I agree.
Though I kind of don't like that idea either, but I'm okay. I'm comfortable with it. Like, I'm not fully against it either. I'm comfortable with it. But Jalen, no, man. Stop.
Yeah, no way in hell.
Y'all doing too much. Please stop.
They are. But no way, Jalen. No. Jalen is in the same category as Ewing is. He is. You know how when you go into a building, they got that box that says break in case of emergency. Jalen's not even in that box. Okay, right. Jalen is in a safe deposit box in the bank that you need 2 keys to go get. Jalen, no. Cat, we can break the glass for Cat.
This was the video, and shout out to Andrew as well that was there. He does a lot of work with Knicks Fans TV, but this is the video right here, and the question:
would you trade Cat and Brunson for Wemby? Oh, would you trade Brunson and Cat for Wemby? Did you see him play last night, CP? Did you see Wemby play?
Wemby, he's looking crazy right now. He's looking like the evolution of the league. And the Knicks got to win a championship before he get ready to. That's all I'm saying.
Cat and Brunson.
No.
I don't care how you finish that sentence. No, not for Giannis, not for Shea.
Now, what I want to point out is the comment section. Shout out to my guy Theo Al from WFAN. He said, "Yes, sorry, love Brunson, but Wemby is getting started and starred and going to be the foundation for over a decade." So mostly this comment section was a lot of people roasting us for being dumb, delusional Knicks fans.
I'll take that and put it on my hat. I'll be dumb and
Right,
delusional.
because I mean, okay, so we trade for him. Now what?
Not only that, though, do you understand the lifespan of a center in the NBA? When was the
Especially a
last time you had
seven-footer.
a center? And as linky as he is. So go do a Embiid that what Embiid did to Mitch. Do it to him and see how he has. At least Mitch got meat on his bones that he bounced back. This guy looks like a Stretch Armstrong. He's not, unless they train him and they build Wemby physically, I won't be surprised if Wemby goes down the same line of a Zion with all these injuries. But he's still young.
Yeah, I feel like I honestly see that, which sucks. Obviously, I'm not trying to wish this on any.
The centers are horrible.
But yeah, like I feel like it's bound to happen. And with our freaking luck, we trade for him, and guess what happens? Injuries.
Yeah, like Mitch. Look at Mitch. And Mitch got more gone there on those bones than this guy. No.
Yeah, no. It's all right. I'm good.
It takes one fall to
I'm
go
just saying
the
he's
wrong
been
way. Look
training
at
with the
that.
monks. He's been training with the monks.
But look at his body.
I thought that
He
was
looks
AI
like a
for a
praying
second.
mantis or something. Like
Hold on, I deadass thought this was AI. This is real.
That's real?
That's real. I deadass thought it was AI. No, that's real.
Are you serious?
But again, it's no shade to Wemby. It's more because we're loyal Knicks fans, right? We got Jalen. Jalen's our star. Cat's our other star. If I'm gonna be that delusional dumb Knicks fan, I'm that delusional dumb Knicks fan. But I know we got to wrap things up and get ready to get up out of here. The Knicks play on Friday tomorrow against the Bulls. Karla, I know you don't like doing the numbers. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Knicks winning or losing?
We're winning.
Copy. I'm gonna say Knicks were winning. Hopefully, knock on wood. I'm calling it 111 to 102. Knicks over the Bulls in Chi-Town. What about you, Nikki?
109 to 97 Knicks.
Okay, double-digit win on the road. Hopefully they can with Deuce McBride back in the lineup, and hopefully, fingers crossed, a healthy Mitchell Robinson and a healthy Karl-Anthony Towns. But like always, I'm Hector.
I'm Nikki.
Skills.
This has been another episode of the KnicksEnFuego show. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat. My guy, the Ace Avenue, for your one membership gifted to the chat. Yankee Day was in the building. Still Knick fans. My guy, Jason 161 River Ave. Pretty Lou. Jonathan was in the building. Like always, guys, peace. Arrivederci. Drink some water. And until next time, Knick fans, deuces.